Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Tony Canigliano Memorial Gymnasium, home of St. Mary's basketball. This is Catholic Central League basketball. St. Mary's taking on Cathedral, the girls' style. For Cathedral, 2 is Taylor Barrows, 3 is Hija Allen Paisley, 13 is Milani Smith, 15 is Leilani Benson, 23 is Yadia Lubunga. For St. Mary's, 3 is Yoshi Quiles, 11 is Bella Awumi, 12 is Naya Morgan, 14 is Kellen Priera, and 32 is Olivia Abbott. Jeff Newhall, the head guy for St. Mary's, Clinton Lassiter for Cathedral. Both teams looking for their 7th win of the season. St. Mary's 6-1, Cathedral 6-2. St. Mary's one loss coming outside the state. They lost down in Florida on the annual trip that they make. And we're underway as St. Mary's controls the tip. Cathedral goes zone. Trying to go inside. They kick it out for 3 from the corner, and it's good. Naya Morgan gets them off quickly with a 3. They move the ball really nicely. Priera made that nice pass to the corner for the open 3. St. Mary's straight man-to-man. Ooh, almost threw it away. And he almost threw it away again. A tough shot to take. And the shot clock beat him. Shot they got hit nothing. It went out of bounds. I'm guessing that Cathedral is missing, I don't know if they're intricate players. They're missing some players. They have 13 on the roster that they gave us, but there's only 9. Another 3. This one by Awumi. And quickly it's 6-0. They only have 9 players in uniform. Stolen away by Abbott. Stepped in front of the pass. Another shot from the corner. No good. Quiles comes away with the loose ball down the lane. Missed the layup. Cathedral looking to push it up. Shot blocked, blocked again, knocked out by Morgan. A quick 6-0 on 2 3-point baskets by St. Mary's. They try to go inside. Getting up and getting a hand was Priera. Couldn't control it, but tipped it out of play. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot got blocked, but they also got a piece. Taylor Barrows get hit. She'll go to the line for 2 to try and get Cathedral on the board. Brings it home. Taylor is noticeable with that pink hair. Perfect with both of them. Release from long range. It got tipped right to Cathedral. On the fly, they slow it down. Back checking. Quiles takes it away. Morgan's shot, no good. Cathedral trying to run. In the lane, throws it in. Paisley with the basket, so St. Mary's runs 6, excuse me. Cathedral runs 4, and they're looking at them for more. Looking for a pick to try and go. St. Mary's just switches off. Long three-point bomb, no good. Cathedral with the rebound. She took steps to try and get the shot off. We get a substitution for Cathedral. And I believe it's Keona Rains. They go inside, they miss the shot. They kick it back out for 3. Off the rim, no good. So St. Mary's hit those first 2 shots. They've cooled off since. Stripped and taken away by Morgan. Over the head shot. She got forced to go by the basket. She went under the basket, threw it over her head, knocked it down. Blocked by Piera, picked off by Queelys. From dead in the corner, the 3 off the rim, no good. Just trying to go to the basket. Rains bounced it out of bounds. And we'll get a couple of subs for Cathedral. Just past the halfway mark of this first period. Inside, Priera can't hit it. Cathedral on the fly. Stops, takes the shot, no good. Abbott kicks the rebound out to Morgan. Okay, 3 seconds against St. Mary's. Abbott goes out. Constein is in for St. Mary's. Barrows brings it up for Cathedral. Low scoring so far. Strong to the basket, a little too strong. Queelys pushing it up. They go inside, the shot way long. Cathedral steals it away. Nice stop and fake. Up and good by Barrows. And St. Mary's turns it over. Off the rim, no good, tipped out. Inside. Piera's got an advantage inside. steps. Seconds again against St. Mary's. Brooke Maloney is in the game for St. Mary's. They're going to get Queeley's for a grab. She reached in, knocked it away, but they said she got a piece of, I believe it was Labunga. They go along, but they have to pull it back out. Labunga goes to the floor. They're calling it off. Cathedral. Inside, Constantine can't get the shot off. Maloney inside, lays it in. She went in among the trees. And St. Mary's got that 6-point lead that they started with back. And the foul's going to be on Constantine. 40 seconds left in the period. That's the one negative of St. Mary's. They've got 3 team fouls. And Cathedral's going to take a timeout. The hard part is reading the numbers on the back of the shirts. They get the color is basically the same as the back of the jersey, and the number is basically the same color. It blends in. Hard to pick up. You have to wait till they turn around and face you. So 12-6 is the score. As I mentioned, both teams looking for win number 7. Cathedral has lost twice. St. Mary's once, and again, St. Mary's one loss. They haven't lost in the state yet. They lost the one game to a ranked team in Florida when they went down for that trip. They won a couple, but they lost one. Maloney has made a name for herself. She's only a freshman. She's already a 3-sport athlete. Soccer, softball, basketball. She was a league all-star in softball. Off the rim, no good. Queeley's went high in the air. I think Queeley shot Labunga, knocked it out, but they called it off Queeley's. Tough shot to take. And there's Labunga with the follow. I gave it to Labunga. They gave it to 13 Smith. At the buzzer, no good. So St. Mary's jumped out to a 6-0 lead. And they went a little bit cold after that. They turned the ball over a couple of times, but they still don't want to leave, but it's only a deuce. It's St. Mary's 12, Cathedral 10 at the end of the first period. We're ready to start the second 8 minutes. St. Mary's leading by a deuce. Twice they got the lead up to 6. Twice Cathedral has fought back. Now they have a chance to tie or go ahead. They've got the basketball. I'm not sure what everybody was screaming, everybody yelling. I think Cathedral had 6 players on the court. We just saw a player come up the sideline by the St. Mary's bench. That was the screaming about. So to turn the ball over, Cathedral had the ball. I think Jeff Newell was looking for a technical foul. Jeff Newhall is saying 6 players on the court. Why isn't it a technical foul? The officials decided now they turn around and they're going to give the ball to Cathedral. They pointed to St. Mary's. Now they're giving it to Cathedral. Now they're going to get together and talk about it. I thought it was a technical foul. St. Mary's got the basketball. They blew the whistle. The officials having a long discussion trying to figure out what to do. And they're going to stay with Cathedral's basketball. The fans don't like it. They try to go deep. And Labunga went high in the air, couldn't make the catch. Wheely's a little bit of a push-off. Cathedral, all of a sudden, it's becoming a little bit testy out there. A little banging going on. Right through the hands of Queeley's, another turnover. Cathedral all of a sudden came out and went full court press. Caught St. Mary's by surprise. She caught the pass and took steps. Now we got a couple of substitutions for St. Mary's. Juliana Conti's coming in. Awumi is coming back. With Morgan, Priera, and Queeley's. Cathedral drops back in that zone. Priera didn't realize that she hit that pass. She wound up getting loose. And again, St. Mary's called for 3 seconds. I think that's like the 4th time. And we're less than a minute into the second period. They've been called on it 4 times. And Cathedral again has a chance to tie or go ahead. Knocked away nicely by Priera. Wheelies has to pull it out. From dead in the corner, off the rim, no good. Tipped up. They knocked it away, but they call a foul, I think. Or did they call a timeout? I think it's going to stay St. Mary's basketball. So we've had a little bit of wackiness in this early going. That looked like a turnover. Cathedral was going to get the ball. They blew the whistle. St. Mary's called a timeout. And I think they called it, I think Jeff Newhall saw they were in trouble, called the timeout. And they got the timeout before the turnover. So the officials are earning their money here in the first period and a little over a minute in the second period. 12-10 the score. Offense has been as cold as the temperature outside. St. Mary started out quickly. They hit back-to-back three-point baskets, one from each corner. And then they went kind of silent. They had another run, getting it up to 6 points again. And then Cathedral scored the last 4 points to make it 12-10. And that's where we are. Nobody has scored in the first minute 14 here in the second period. Catholic Central girls basketball here at Tony Canigliaro Memorial Gymnasium. So St. Mary's holds on to the basketball. They were looking to go to Queeley's in the corner. It got blocked and knocked out by Cathedral. Queeley's from dead in the corner. Throws it in. Her first basket is a triple. And it's 15-10 the Spartans. They double up. They almost took it away. They reach in and she takes steps. St. Mary's made them in, but they'll double any chance they get. Queeley's for three again. Knocks it down. Back-to-back threes. Has given St. Mary's their biggest lead of 8. So they start the second period the same way they started the first period. Strong drive to the basket, but couldn't hit the layup. And now Awumi's going to pick up the foul on Paisley. Cathedral freely. Substituting here in this first half. The runner no good. Priera came down with the rebound. From dead in the corner, she made it, but it won't count. She took steps. She shuffled her feet to get set for the shot. So they started the first period hitting 2 threes, getting a 6-0 lead. They start the second period with Queeley's hitting back-to-back threes. And that 6-0 start is giving them an 8-point lead. Strong drive to the basket by Raines. Gets him on the board. And steps called. St. Mary's turning it over again. They have almost as many turnovers as they have points. They keep a Cathedral in the game. Raines lost it to Queeley. Throws the lefty in. She's got 8 in a row for St. Mary's here in the second period. Again, tough shot. Rains a little bit too much one-on-one. Shot, no good. Pereira takes the rebound away from Awumi. From dead in the corner, Morgan with a 3. Blocked from behind. There was Sabina Kaha getting the basket. The 11-2 run. Made it 23-12. That basket by Kaha gets it under double digits, down to 9, 23-14. But 3-point baskets, they hit 2 in the first. They've got 3 here in the second, St. Mary's. Morgan's got 2. Queeley's got 2. Awumi's got 1. Pereira hit 1, but she shuffled her feet before she took it. Otherwise, they would have another one. Just past the halfway mark of the second period. It's unfortunate that I shake my head. I worry about what's going to happen the rest of this year. We were lucky to get through football and soccer and volleyball. Now we're having trouble. The JV game here was canceled because of COVID. Greater Boston League, which includes English and classical, have canceled their games for the week. Can't practice, can't play until Saturday, and then they can start up again next week. I don't know what difference a week is going to make. So we saw bowl games canceled. We saw professional sports canceled. Queeley took it away. She anticipated the pass. Morgan took steps. Great play by Queeley. She anticipated the pass, took it away, fell down, got the ball away. Morgan hit the layup, but she had to step around the defender to do it. So hopefully now with everybody stopped traveling and holidays over, hopefully we can maybe cut down the uptick of this virus and Omicron and COVID. Maybe start to do something to beat this horrible pandemic. St. Mary's handles the press. Now they don't. Rains picked the pass, but then couldn't handle it, went out of bounds. So we were scoring for a while, and now it's slacked off again. Still 23-14. Ross back, almost like a 1-2-2. Inside, they try to kick it out, it got tipped, but right to Queeley's. Tipped away by Cathedral. Very tough man-to-man. They're not giving an inch. Right in the shirt. Shot clock winding down. Stolen away. The lefty doesn't go. Cathedral coming back. They got numbers. They give it back. The layup is up and good by Rains. Queeley's I think she wished she had that one back. She took a little short dribble before she took the shot. I think she wishes she just took the shot. The runner hangs and doesn't go. Awumi with the rebound. It goes to Quealy, up to Priera. Nice pass by Quealy. Priera lays it in. The lead is back up to 9. Tough shot trying to go to the basket. Would have gone out of bounds. Awumi saved it. From dead in the corner. 3 by Priera. And St. Mary's has a 12-point lead with a minute and counting. And they're going to get a foul against Morgan. A little too close defensively. Picks up her second foul. Maloney's going to replace her. Morgan came in from Swampscott this year. She's been a great addition. She's a junior. The scary thing is this St. Mary's team, they're all back. We're going to foul on the floor. And St. Mary's has reached the limit. 46 ticks left. Actually 47, 46.9. Long three-point bomb, no good. Rebound's going to go out of play. Cathedral will get one more shot. St. Mary's can't run the clock out with 36 seconds left. Maloney gets swallowed up. Kicked out to Quealy to the basket. She lost it out of bounds. So Cathedral, if they choose, can take the last shot. Maloney, skin tight defensively. Tough shot, got blocked. Awumi tried to tip it back in, but she was standing out of bounds when she did it. 7 seconds left. Another tough shot by Cathedral against this very tough St. Mary's defense. And we got an offensive foul against Cathedral. Now St. Mary's can take the last shot. The way they were going back up court, I thought they called it against Cathedral, but they called it against St. Mary's. Oh. Hajar Allen Paisley will get 1-on-1 at the line. No good. Maloney with the rebound, has it blocked. Coast to coast, great drive by Maloney. She was too far out of the basket, missed the layup. So Cathedral had a chance with the free throws. They were a little closer, but St. Mary's started that first period 6-0, started the second period 6-0, but they had 11-2 run to get the lead up to 11. It settles in at 12. It's St. Mary's 28, Cathedral 16 at halftime. Welcome back as we set to start the second half. And if I sound like I'm amazed, I am. I didn't realize it until I just checked it. Bella Awumi, wearing number 11, starting for St. Mary's. She started the game. She got one of the three-point baskets that St. Mary's started the game with. She's a 7th grader. Strong drive, it went down, came back out again. Strong drive by Priera. Laid up and in. Lobunga they gave the basket to. Now the foul, Abbott got hit. She's at the line looking for her points. First points of the game. Makes the first. She's on the board. This is the second one. Almost lost it, got it back. Now, almost lost it again, got it back. Shot clock winding down. From dead in the corner. Off the rim, no good. Rebound inside, doesn't go, but she got fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. This is Lobunga. Lobunga and Raines had 4 apiece. She's got her third point now in the third period. Queeley's and Morgan had 8 apiece, and Pereira had 7 to lead St. Mary's. So 4 in a row by Lobunga. And they got the lead into single digits, down to 9. Strong drive by Morgan. Fake like she's going to go outside. Cut right between 2 defenders for the easy layup. And we get a timeout. 31-20. Morgan now in double digits with 10. 6:43. We got played just over a minute here in this third period. Again, both teams looking for win number 7. St. Mary's with 1 loss, Cathedral with 2. But a big one in the Catholic Central League. And right now, St. Mary's really, here in Lynn, the only show in town, although Tech, I believe, is playing, but they're not scheduled tonight. Commonwealth Conference is still playing. But the Greater Boston League, which English and Classical are members of, are not playing. The GBL voted to take the week off. No practice, no play. You can start practicing on Saturday and then get back to playing next week. Again, I don't know what a difference a week is going to make, but we'll see. Hopefully they can get back. Stripped away. She tried to go to the basket. Queeley has it. Right down the lane, throws it in. They let her keep going. She matches Morgan's 10 points. And St. Mary's has the biggest lead of 13. Cathedral had it down to 9. Rain shot, went in among the trees inside and got it blocked. Morgan, nice pass. Pereira couldn't hit the layup. Shot no good. Queeley's. She tied up Smith, but alternate possession goes to Cathedral. Nice pass from Morgan. Pereira just, the lefty just a little too strong. Trying to spin in, blocked by Pereira. Nice play. Queeley lays it in. Lobunga thought she went by Pereira, and Pereira from behind just picked it away. Queeley took it the length of the court and laid it in. And it's a 15-point lead for St. Mary's. Shut off trying to go. Down the lane, Pierre again with the block. Queeley's with another layup. She's got 6 in the period, 6 in a row. And St. Mary's starting to run away with this one. Shot up and good. That's Barrows. Cathedral will make wholesale changes. Stolen away. Riera blocked the shot, but she also got a piece of Rains. She'll be at the line for 2. Off the rim, no good. Rains makes that one. Owumi a little too strong with the layup. I still can't believe she's a 7th grader. 3-point shot, no good. Loose ball. Riera tried to block it and couldn't. Steps against Priera. Halfway through this 3rd period and counting. St. Mary's will lead by a dozen. Tough shot again. Off the rim, no good. This is Owumi pushing it up. Priera ran into 3. They could call that foul on any one of 3 or 4 green shirts. They all blocked away. She ran into them, and it was Cathedral players going to the floor. They called it on Paisley, her first. Out deep to Morgan. Wheelies takes the shot. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Barros. Rains to the basket. Priera with another block. She's got a few of them. Tip, but right to Queeley's. Three-point basket. Conti throws it in. Seven three-point baskets by St. Mary's. Cathedral doesn't have one yet. 2:42 left in this 3rd period. St. Mary's has led from the get-go. Cathedral battled back. They were down 6-0. They cut it down. St. Mary's got it back up to 6 at 12-6. Cathedral scored the last 4 of the period to close it at 12-10. St. Mary's started the second period again on a 6-0 run. They upped it to 11-2 to build up a 23-12 lead. Cathedral scored the last 4 to make it 28-16 at halftime. St. Mary's came out, went on a 9-4 run, including 6 consecutive points by Quealy to get the lead to 17, 37-20. Mabunga hit a basket and a couple of free throws, but it's still a 15-point lead, 40-25 for St. Mary's. They go over the top. It got picked off by Conti, but she couldn't hold on. It went out of bounds. Conti is only a freshman. Gonna get a reach-in foul against St. Mary's. Third foul on Morgan. Blocked inside. They forced to take an altered shot. Can't get it to go. And we got a block against Piera. Her second. .210 left in the third period. St. Mary's only has 1 foul to waste before Cathedral starts shooting. They tried to lob it inside. He threw it away, but Cathedral got it back. Another tough shot, another block by Piera. Wheelies has to pull it out. Tipped, almost stolen away. Quealy's gets it back. Barrows almost had a breakaway. Morgan gets knocked down. Again, she made a move like she was going to go back outside and quickly took it to the basket. Got hit, she'll get 2 at the line. Makes them both. And she'll go to the bench with her 3 fouls. Awumi's going out. Abbottson, Maloney is also in. St. Mary's has matched their biggest lead of 17 with those 2 free throws by Morgan. The ball goes to the floor. Quealy's almost took it away. He tried to go inside, they throw it away. They steal the pass, they missed the layup. And they miss it again. And Cathedral knocked it out. Boy, they had easy pickings, and they missed 2 easy layups, and then knocked it out of bounds. Maloney getting around the defense, but slipped and fell and gave it up. A minute and counting. Priera with another block, but they're going to get a contact. And that's her third. Boy, she times it perfectly. She's got a slew of blocks. Cathedral's got 10 points in this period. Labunga's got 7 of them. Missed that one. Abbott had it taken away, but right to Priera. Queeley pulls it out. Way across court to Maloney. Inside to Priera. The fall away goes. Maloney found her inside. The fall away goes. And St. Mary's has increased that lead to 18. Priera got a piece of the shot again. Abbott got a piece of that shot. Priera with the rebound. Maloney, she knew what she was going to do. She caught it and went around the defense to get the shot, but she forgot to put the ball on the floor. "12 seconds left. We almost had a St. Mary's 6 on the floor. We had Cathedral with 6. Priera with another rebound. Queeley with another layup. Beat the buzzer. And St. Mary's pushes that lead. Queeley's has a big 8-point third period. St. Mary's has a huge period. They put 18 on the board, and they pushed that lead to 20. It's St. Mary's 46, Cathedral 26 with a period left. St. Mary's will have the basketball and a 20-point lead. It's Maloney, Abbott, Awumi, Morgan, and Queeley. Queeley's shot no good because she gets her own rebound. Maloney takes the shot, too strong. Tip. Queeley's got a piece of it, but it got deflected. And Cathedral winds up throwing it away. Cathedral matched their first period score of 10. They only got 6 in the second period. Now they go full court pressure, and they beat it with Awumi. She lost it. They knocked it away, but they knocked it right back to her. Morgan shot no good. Raines comes away with the rebound. Gets shut off by Queeley. Shot no good. Queeley had it, knocked away. Maloney comes up with it. Maloney tipped it away from Cathedral and grabbed it. Queeley shot, no good. Tipped up. Rebound was by Benson. Wild three-point shot. They caught it, fell to the floor, and it went out of bounds. Awumi, Maloney. Morgan can't get the shot off. Awumi will take it, no good. Maloney missed the layup. She gets her own rebound. Abbott took steps. So unless lightning strikes here, St. Mary's going to go to 7-1, and Cathedral's going to go to 6-3. As we're approaching 6 minutes left in the game, as Abbott picks off the pass. St. Mary's defense has been unbelievable. Great pass inside. Queeley's to Abbott. Abbott lays it in. What a good look by Queeley's. Rains. Cathedral, it seems as though they're all trying to do a little too much one-on-one by themselves. Rains and Barrows, Paisley. And it's cost them because St. Mary's is playing outstanding defense. And they're doubling when they can. Queeley's will get a rush. Conti is back in. Shot no good. Awumi almost lost it. Inside Awumi, they kick it back to the corner for three. Off the rim, no good. Abbott with a big rebound, couldn't get it to go. They were lucky to get that pass out. The runner by Awumi, no good. Abbott battling for it. To tie up, it'll be a jump ball. It'll be St. Mary's basketball with the alternate possession. Again, I don't know if the official, I don't know if there's a question about possession. It shouldn't have been. But we're back to basketball. The run of that period doesn't go. Abbott kept it alive, but right to Rains. Underneath, Vieira again blocked the shot, but got a piece of the shooter. That's her fourth. Perez Guerrero at the line. That's the first point. We played 3 minutes and 12 seconds, and that's the first point by Cathedral. They missed that one. Queeley's comes away with it. The pass is blocked, but somehow Conti came up with it. Morgan's three is no good. Stripped away from behind by Conti, but Cathedral gets it back. Rains with a long three. That's their first three. Also their first basket. Almost halfway through. Offensive foul against Queeley's. We played almost a half. They get their first three and they get their first basket. Strong drive to the basket by Labunga. 7 seconds before we hit the halfway mark of this fourth and final period. The lead was 20, it's down to 16. Cathedral will be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way. Cathedral has 2 free throws, 2 fouls to waste before St. Mary's shoots. It's funny how Queeley's, very quietly, she moved the ball around the first period, set everybody up. All of a sudden, she scores 8 quick points in the second period. Comes out in the third period, scores 8 in a row. And she's right there at the top of the scoring. Full court pressure. St. Mary's turned it over. Strong drive, got too far under the basket, hit the bottom of the rim. Good move to the basket, but went in too close. Morgan fakes one way, goes the other, and throws in the 3. Her third of the game. Raines going to the basket, gets hit. And every time it looks as though Cathedral might be making a little bit of a push. Morgan or Queeley's or Priera throws in a big shot. And Cathedral just can't get it done. They're missing free throws. They turn the ball over. Conti goes out. Awumi comes in. I still can't believe she's a 7th grader. Missed the second one. And we got a foul against Cathedral. Awumi went up and got the rebound and got hit. They go over the top to Awumi. And she bounced it out of bounds. Constein is coming in. Abbott goes out. Priera forced that shot, made her alter it, and then got the rebound. Yeah, Priera hits it. That's the second time she's hit a 3, but shuffled her feet before she took the shot, and it doesn't count. I mentioned before, the scary thing for these teams is that's a wild shot by Raines. Going to the floor, but hitting the shot. That was Labunga. She's got 15. Morgan was in trouble. She was slipping and falling. Jeff Newell called a timeout. 2:16 left in this one. St. Mary's kind of put this away in the second period on an 11-2 run. They started both the first and the second on a 6-0 run. It was only 2 at the end of 1. After that 6-0 run, they extended it to 11-2 to build up an 11-point lead. Excuse me, a 16-point lead. Cathedral cut it to 12, but for all intents and purposes, that was a big push. And then St. Mary's started the third period off on a 9-4 run, get it up to 17. It's at 17 right now. It got as high as 20 at the end of the third period. And the defense by St. Mary's has been suffocating. Cathedral with 2 minutes left only has 34 points. They barely got double figures in the first and the third. The shot by Priera, no good. Ponstein gives it back to Queeley, no good. Tipped around, it goes to the floor. It'll be a jump ball, it'll go to Cathedral. Shot, no good. Follow, up and good. And that was Labunga again. Three seconds again. That's got to be at least a half a dozen 3-second calls against St. Mary's. Off the rim, no good. Morgan got the rebound, gave it to Queeley to bring up. Around the rim and in by the 7th grader, Awumi. And Maloney played a lot in this game. She's an 8th grader. Quanti has some big minutes. She's a freshman. We told you, all these kids are back next year. Wild shot. Ahead to Queeley's. Caught it too far under the basket to get the shot off. And I think they called an offensive foul. Awumi with the defensive play. St. Mary's is not going to get a lot of points. They're going to be in the 50s, but they're going to win it easily, as Cathedral is not going to get into the 40s. St. Mary's can run the clock out. Strong drive by Priera. A wild shot. Rain's going to the basket. She just threw it up. But she drew the foul on Maloney. And this will be it for Cathedral, with only 10 seconds showing on the clock. Raines has played well. She's taken some tough shots. She makes them both. She's got 10. Morgan will just hold it out. And that's going to do it. So St. Mary's will, if you look at the score, it looked like an easy win, but they had a little tough time in the early going. They only had led by 2 at the end of 1. They had a big run in the second period. They had a run to start the third period. They got up as high as 20. At the end of 3, it settles in at 17, 55-38. St. Mary's wins their 7th to go 7-1. Cathedral dropped to 6-3. For Cathedral, Yadia Labunga had 17. Keona Rains had 10. For St. Mary's, Abbott had 3. Conti hit a 3-point basket. St. Mary's had 7 of those. Awumi, the 7th grader, had 5. Maloney had 2. Kellen Priera had 11. She must have had a half a dozen blocks and a dozen rebounds. I'm sure she had a double. She almost had a triple-double with the blocks. Ian Morgan had 3 3-point baskets. She wound up with 15. Queelish had a couple of 3-point baskets. She wound up with 16 to lead all scorers for St. Mary's. So St. Mary's takes care of home advantage. They win it here at the Carnegie Memorial Gymnasium. They win it going away. 55, they hold Cathedral to 38. Defense was the difference for St. Mary's. 55-38, St. Mary's over Cathedral. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.